friends, it's Stacia and welcome back to my channel where I'm going to be cataloging my unread book of the month books. As you may see behind here, not really, I feel like you can't really tell because my shelves are double stacked, but there's a whole bunch of books missing there because I'm going to be talking about all the books on my shelf that I have not read from book of the month. There's quite a few, but also not as much as I thought there was going to be. This is where I'm sitting as of beginning of April 2026, and I have put these into 4 stacks. I have my thriller stack, romance, horror, and then my like fantastical sort of vibe. This is a pretty good stack, I feel like, because I've been a book of the month member for years. I think going on like 3 to 4 years now. So I feel like it's really not that bad. I have been better at skipping boxes if I don't find anything that I really want. I used to kind of just buy a box to buy a box, but now I'm okay with skipping. So first and foremost, we're gonna go into my biggest stack, my thriller stack. We're gonna run through these pretty quick. There is most of them that I don't know really much of anything about. I'm just gonna show you the book, give you the title, the author, and give you 1 to 2 line synopsis at the top. Every Sweet Thing is Bitter by Samantha Crewson. A woman with a violent past gets a chance at redemption in this upmarket suspense debut. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. Knives Out gets a rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers Christmas romance mystery, which I guess could have also technically gone in my romance stack, but it's okay. Not That I Could Tell by Jessica Strasser. Drinks in hand, a group of neighborhood women gather around a fire pit to enjoy a Saturday night of laughter and shared secrets. The single newcomer, the imperfect mom, the newborn parents, the military wife, the almost divorcee. By Monday morning, one of them is gone. An innocent night of fun has shocking repercussions. A Killing Code by Kate Alice Marshall. You Belong Here by Megan Miranda. Memories fade, but on this campus, legacies are never forgotten or forgiven. It's Not Her by Mary Kubica. A Stunning Discovery, a Shocking Investigation, a Truth no one could have imagined. The Collective by Allison Galen. The Dark Side of Justice and the Depths of Diabolical Revenge. How far will a grief-stricken mother go to right a tragic wrong? A Good Marriage by Kimberly McCrae. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. A Black Father, a White Father, 2 Dead Sons. A Quest for Revenge and Redemption. Count My Life by Sophie Stava. I'm here to help you. I'm your friend. You can trust me. Careful what you lie for. A Talent for Murder by Peter Swanson. A newlywed librarian begins to suspect the man she married is a murderer. Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. An addictive thriller about a new mother whose world is upended when her husband commits a terrifying crime. How well does she truly know the man she loves, and what danger does she face if her entire life has been built on a lie? And lastly, in this stack, The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. After 50 years of silence, Vincent Taylor is finally ready to talk about what really happened that night in 1975. Okay, so those are all of my thrillers. Now we're gonna go into my shortest stack. My horror. Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman. A chilling horror novel about a haunting told from the perspective of a young girl whose troubled family is targeted by an entity she calls Other Mommy. And the other is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. This is also, I think, like haunted house-esque vibes. Those are the only 2 horrors I have. Now we'll go into my second largest stack, my romance. In this stack, I have Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. He's the ghost of Christmas past. She's not exactly a Scrooge. With a deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, will they find the key to their future in each other's past, or will they stay firmly in the present, indulging in their unexpected spirited connection? How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson. Dating is cutthroat in this swoony and scary slasher rom-com. So I guess this one also borders the line between thriller and romance. Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. There's nothing like a little competition to heat things up. A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. A young chef stumbles upon a secret family recipe that might lead her to love and life she's been looking for. You Between the Lines. All's fair in love and poetry when former high school classmates reignite their rivalry in this prestigious MFA program in this steamy Enemies to Lovers debut. How Freaking Romantic by Emily Harding. Between weekly meetings and networking events, walks around Washington Square Park, and late night pizza, the hate begins to feel a lot like something else. And as uncomfortable truths emerge about the divorce that started it all, she's faced with the impossible, choosing between her friends or, for the first time, her own happily ever after. Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. Is She Really Going Out With Him by Sophie Cousin. From awkward encounters to unexpected connections, Anna Gamely begins to put herself out there, asking out waiters, the mailman, and even her celebrity crush. But when a romantic connection appears where she least expects it, will she be brave enough to take another chance on love? The Two Lives of Lydia Bird by Josie Silver. Two Lives, Two Loves, One Impossible Choice. A powerful and thrilling love story about the what-ifs that arise at life's crossroads and what happens when one woman is given a miraculous chance to answer them. And lastly in this stack, How to Write a Love Story by Catherine Walsh. One writer, one editor, one hot summer. Will this be a romance for the books? And lastly, the stack that is kind of fantastical, kind of lit fic, kind of, I don't really know what's going on. Love is an Algorithm by Laura Brooke Robson. Take the uncertainty out of love with pattern. It's more than just a dating app. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by B.E. Schwab. This is a story about life, how it ends, and how it starts. Violet Thistlethwaite Is Not a Villain Anymore by Emily Krempholtz. When a mysterious blight endangers every living plant in Dragon's Rest, Violet and Nathaniel must work together through their fears, past, and growing feelings for each other to save their community. But with a figure from her previous life knocking at her door and her secrets threatening to uproot everything she's worked so hard to grow, Violet can't help but wonder, does a former villain truly deserve a happily ever after? Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. With the clock ticking, Holland is pulled deeper into this magical world in the heart of Los Angeles and into the path of a magnetic stranger. Everything about him feels like a bad idea, but he promises Holland that her sister sent him to protect her. As they chase clues and stories that take them closer to the heart, Holland realizes everyone in this intoxicating new world is lying to her, even this stranger. And then the last book in this stack and for the video is The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. Best-selling author casts a spell with a spine-tingling romance full of witches, wishes, and hexes gone wrong. Never mix vodka and witchcraft. So that's it. Those are all of the book of the month books that are on my physical TBR. If any of these stood out to you that you think I should get to soon, then go ahead and let me know down below. So for me right now, I picked one book from each of those piles that I think after reading their little taglines, I'm most intrigued to get to next. So from the thriller pile, I chose You Belong Here by Megan Miranda, which I have read from before and I enjoyed. So there's that one. From the horror, not like I had a whole bunch to choose from, but I chose Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman. From my romance pile, I chose Is She Really Going Out With Him by Sophie Cousins. And then from my fantastical sort of vibe pile, I chose Violet Thistlethwaite Is Not a Villain Anymore. So maybe I do a vlog with all of these, not sure. But if anything else stands out to you guys that you think I would really love or that you would be curious to hear my thoughts on, let me know down below and I will get to them at some point, I promise. But these are all of the books that are currently sitting on my shelf unread that I have previously gotten from Book of the Month. That's it. That's all the books. Let me know any thoughts you may have down below and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!